Welcome back to another Epic Universe update. This is Theme Park Wizard here, and we are going to talk about some really cool stuff going on with the Epic Universe. And this is much shorter than last week's update because it's been a short amount of time, so not much has changed. But some new stuff has appeared, and also this will be a double update here because tomorrow, Tuesday, the 30th, Universal will reveal some Epic Universe concept art, some official new concept art for Epic Universe for the Celestial Park area. So that's why in this update I'm not covering Celestial Park, because Universal is going to reveal some new names and details about that land in the first many land announcements on Tuesday, which of course I'll do a separate video for tomorrow. So go ahead and subscribe, stay subscribed for that. But let's get into the Epic Universe update with all the other lands right now. We're going to start this week's update with the Dark Universe, and look at that. Roller coaster has been finished, and it's actually been testing. I'll insert a clip of that right here. But yeah, this spinning coaster has been testing, and this has been confirmed to be a swing launch, even though we've been saying that for so long. But yes, you can see that coaster testing in the swing launch before it finishes its course. This barn is now completely finished. Looks fantastic, and again, there's rumors of an animatronic for the werewolf, and the transformation scene will particularly take place in here, so that'd be cool to see as well. Outfitting continues to take place on the village of Darkmoor, and the paint primers have been installed on the roofs. All the roofs will kind of look like the barn at the dark barn at the Curse of the Werewolf coaster. Everything will be dark and gothic. You can see that on the walls by number 4 there. So the roofs are not done yet, but I cannot wait to see them done. They should be wrapping up any moment now. Look at the extended queue for the Frankenstein attraction. Getting some nice landscaping and getting some nice interior walls as well. I know there's been a concern about people seeing the show building from the queue, but I think I'll probably paint the show building, but also it's hard to see from this perspective. On the ground, it may be very difficult to see the show building for the main attraction with all the trees there. I think it looks pretty nice though so far. Taking a look at the front of the attraction, yes, scaffolding still up where you enter, but there's some turrets being installed, and the front gate entrance to the attraction is still being worked on, but that is just about wrapping up. And then I can't wait to see the full facade of this. It's still got that big top piece still waiting to be installed. I'm sure that'll be coming in the next few weeks. Looking at the Windmill Restaurant, it's just about complete. Even the entryway is just complete. They finished terracing that hillside to make it look like you're entering into a nice cave there. And yeah, that windmill will be lighting up on fire every so often. Especially that will be a great effect, especially at nighttime as you're getting ready to go into this beautiful themed dining experience. Here's a closer look, our actually best look yet, at the train inside the Curse of the Werewolf coaster station. The station looks fantastic. Looks like some work still being done on the roof there, but the train there is sitting inside the station after probably a nice testing run, and I'm sure these rides will be doing more frequent tests over and over, and so we'll see more and more cool video of that in the next few weeks. And here's just a nice overview of the whole land in general. There's, I believe, just a back of house building, could be a team member building under construction behind the coaster, but that's what that steel and land clearing is for this part of the land. Taking a quick look at the Stella Nova and Terra Luna hotels, since we didn't check on them the last time. Not too much is happening because they're just about complete, but they'll have the colorful scaffolding or the colorful facade going up around the building. That's the Terra Luna. Stella Nova is just about done, so this is Terra Luna, and here are their pools. A Terra Luna pool almost looks like a moon structure that's not fully complete, so that's pretty cool. And I'm sure that building right there will involve restrooms, changing rooms, and maybe like an outdoor pool bar or something. Looking at the Stella Nova, which is much more complete with its facade work, that pool is just a nice oval right now, but and you can see the jacuzzi has been dug out and formed, as well as the pool bar that will be over there. Jumping over to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and the name of the game here is Scaffolding Coming Down. Just about every picture I'm going to show you has scaffolding coming down, which is good. We get a great reveal of these Parisian streets. I mean, look at this. This looks absolutely gorgeous. And here's a better shot. Look at that whole wall. They have a whole street wall there of scaffolding down, which is really cool. You can see how really tall those facades are. There's about 5-story facades, and I like these different colors. I'm not sure if these colors are going to stick or stay, like, if that whole building will be yellow and that one will be blue, or if it's going to be one row, or what that's all about. But that'd be really cool to add some different colors into the street, kind of almost like street murals or something. That would really liven up, because you can see some green over there. I'm not sure if that's the part of the construction walls or like a final color, but I do love these different colors, so I'm excited to see how this progresses over the next few weeks here. And here's another shot of some facade work. Now here, that yellow is drywall, so I'm not sure if the other yellow looks like paint, though. This one looks like drywall. You can see the little the logos there, and the green here looks like that drywall. But I don't know if these will get those cool different colors, but it's nice to see all the scaffolding coming down just about at the same time, because it really gives a full glimpse in this massive land. You see the ground floor windows installed here for this massive. It's like it's based at the intersection, the massive intersection where all 5 alleyways or streets intersect here, and just more, again, scaffolding down. It looks fantastic. You'll really be immersed, because look, from this angle, you can't even see the ground. You can't even see like where the guests will be walking through, because it's just so tall. So it'll be a real treat to walk through this land in 2025. And here's another one. So here's the yellow. This does not look like that drywall. You can't even see that drywall or that construction walls down below, and that it looks very different from this. Is like an actual painted finished section. It looks like the window above is getting painted yellow too. So this section of the sheet may be yellow, and you see a whole bunch of footers or something down below. A whole bunch of squares engraved in the pavement. This looks like to be the main street. This probably is the one you enter in under the arch, and it looks like it'll be quite a show. This might be the I'm gonna mispronounce it, but Champs-Élysées of Paris. And one last overview of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Paris land basically. And in the back, see the water show, the water fountain area all decked out in blue there. Looking over to Mead Hall. That's right, Mead Hall and the How to Train Your Dragon area. That is clearly the center point of the land. Lots of scaffolding has gone up recently for this land, as they put in the rock chips and all the chips for the rock at the base and at the tippy top of the peak there. See, all the rides are just about complete, and a lot of them are actually testing, except for the boat ride has no water, but the coaster station looks fully complete as well, and we're going to get into that right now. This is the coaster station right here, and you can see this is the entry or exit way. It looks very cool, very Viking-like. I actually just watched How to Train Your Dragon before I started recording this, so I just made me more excited to even go to this land again. And here's a wider shot. Here's the entry and exit way for the coaster, and you see the safety netting is brown. It kind of ties, or it's a theme to the land. But yeah, this will be a fantastic coaster, and you'll see it has a mostly outdoor queue, or at least a significant outdoor queue, probably an extended queue that's being worked on quite a bit. Here's a close look at the scaffolding climbing up the peak of Mead Hall, so the workers can install those nice rock work chips, so it can really become a full mountain over there. And see lots of construction workers, lots of trucks and equipment and cherry pickers, all doing to put all the little bits of theming onto this land. In fact, you can see little platforms to the left hand side. I wonder if those will be for the dragons that are rumored to be standing atop some of these buildings and attractions. Here is the Spitfire Grill. You can say that is one of the quick service restaurants here, and the name is etched into the building, which is super cool, along with a whole bunch of dragons. Can't wait to see them paint that, because that looks actually gorgeous. I'm sure it'll be pretty colorful, like one of the other, like the candy shop here is pretty colorful. So I'm pretty sure each building of this land will be nice and colorful. And here's the stadium show, the Untrainable. There's currently at Universal Studios Beijing. It's coming right over here, and this will be the entryway to the attraction. You can see the big you see the big Viking entrance right there, and an awning that is being built to accommodate the guests. And yes, another coaster train. This is the How to Train Your Dragon coaster train right here. This will be about maybe 5 to 6 cars from what I can see. And I'm curious, hopefully it's shaped like a dragon. Hopefully it's shaped like Toothless. Or maybe they can have, each of the dragons, like 5 dragons of the main characters, right? So they can have about one shaped as each car. Each car will be shaped as a different dragon. That'd be cool. This is the second launch area. This is going to be right behind the play area and behind that colorful candy shop that you can see is all beautiful and red and brown. And this is where a rumored animatronic of Toothless and Hiccup will be. Moving over to Super Nintendo World, see the clouds have been installed on Mount Beanpole, and some of the turrets or Bowser's Castle has been coming into more focus and detail as well. Looking at the portal where you'll be entering Super Nintendo World, the only portal in this area with an escalator, in this park with an escalator, and the escalator has been painted, or the top of the escalator area has been painted green, and more brickwork has been forming on the sides to the attraction, and this will be the eventual exit to Super Nintendo World as well. More looking at the Bowser Jr. Challenge that has its turret. Looks like it's been completed, the castle turret of this, and even some of the castle walls for the Bowser Jr. area. And next to that is Bowser's Castle, of course, where it's waiting its final tops for its turrets, and Bowser had to go right into the entrance there. Looking at Yoshi, you can see there's the 88 car, the egg-shaped 88 car, and some steel right there for the exit to the show building. The pyramids are still getting worked on. But this attraction has been testing quite often, and it will be continuing being testing. You see the water dummies in there for testing and completion of this attraction. And the blue, that won't be there permanently. That is just safety netting for the attraction. Here's a more full look at the Yoshi's Adventure area and entrance to Donkey Kong Country, which we'll focus on in just a second. You can see the little peek of the Donkey Kong minecart track right there. But most importantly, I zoomed in on this picture because I wanted to show you the clouds. The 3 clouds that have been installed on Mount Beanpole. Here's just an overview of the whole Super Nintendo World area, which will likely get an expansion with Luigi's Mansion in the future. But yeah, it's a pretty big area and have a couple of mini lands, which is fantastic. Speaking of mini lands, Donkey Kong Country is progressing quite nicely. Live Till is continuing to get worked on. Still waiting for the big monkey piece, but the steel for the monkey piece has been completed, which is quite nice. And you see 3 sets of track right there going to three different areas of the show building itself. Speaking of the show building is getting some beautiful temple theming, continuing from last week's version. They installed another piece and even installed some vines that are kind of wrapping around the gold and gray temple piece areas, which is quite nice. And lastly, over here, you can see just another overview of the Donkey Kong area and the Kong Hut, where you can meet multiple Kongs, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and more. There'll also be mini games, a special power band for this land, which will be super cool as well. Thank you for joining for this quickish version of an Epic Universe update. Again, subscribe for more theme park updates, but subscribe for more Epic Universe details, official details from Universal coming tomorrow. That's right, of Celestial Park and hopefully the 2 attractions, Starfall Racers and Constellation Carousel. Hopefully you'll get some ride details, maybe some ride stats for Starfall Racers would be quite nice, like speed and everything. That'd be super cool, and even some renderings of Constellation Carousel, but also probably some of the restaurants and some of the water features, maybe confirmation of the nighttime show and hotel and fireworks display as well. So stay tuned for all that coming tomorrow. The Universal is going to release it at 9 a.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, 30th. So get ready for that. That's 6 a.m. Pacific time. It'll be very exciting. I'll make a video on that at nighttime in the evening. It should be up by 6 to 7 p.m. if not earlier than that. Follow us on Patreon and contribute. You can contribute to the channel via Patreon, patreon.com/club722. I post rumors on there, weekly permit updates, and more, and have some exclusive live streams and Ask Me Anythings and all that cool stuff. You can follow me on Patreon. I highly appreciate it. But if not, you can press that like button and subscribe and have an epic day.